Ted Cheeseman, current British champion. You're now watching Sporting Icons.
Now, me personally, I like the idea of Shakur Stevenson taking on Kid Galahad. Now, I know it's not going to be the same for everybody. Some people say that both fighters are very, very defence-minded. So both of them can stink the place out, but let's be honest, both of them can put on a very, very good showing and can be explosive when they need to be. So for me, I'm quite interested in this fight, and the reason that I'm talking about it is because Kid Galahad has called out Shakur Stevenson. Now, Kid Galahad is currently the mandatory for Josh Warrington. Is that likely to take place next? No. It looks like Josh Warrington, along with Eddie Hearn now, is looking to make a unification fight. Shakur Stevenson doesn't appear to be in their plans. It's looking like it could be like a Kanzu or something, which would be great anyway, unification. So, Shakur, he's without a big-name opponent. Kid Galahad has no opponent right now as well. So, why not? Why doesn't Kid Galahad, skip his mandatory against Josh Warrington and go straight for Shakur Stevenson for a world title fight? Now, I do worry that Shakur Stevenson is going to come out with, along with Andre Ward. Well, nobody really knows who Kid Galahad is in America. It doesn't make any kind of financial sense, blah, blah, blah. I'm only chasing champions, all that kind of stuff. In other words, duck. I don't really want to hear that. Unless, of course, he does have a unification lined up. Because what I don't want to be seeing is Shakur Stevenson fighting the kind of opposition that, I don't want to be rude, that he was on Tuesday. Okay, yes, there's bugger all going on. It is behind closed doors, so you can't really put two good fights or two good fighters against each other from that perspective due to the restrictions on the finances. Anyway, we're getting to Kid Galahad's statement. This is what he said. Congratulations to Shakur Stevenson on his win. Seeing as Josh Warrington wants nothing to do with either of us, what do you say we give the fans a proper matchup of skills paying the bills? Happy to do it at 126 or 130. Let's dance. Kid Galahad's statement. So, would you not want to watch that fight? I'm sure you would, especially if you're a Brit going for a world title. Why would you not want to watch that fight? Of course you would. If you're in America, maybe you don't know too much about Kid Galahad. Now, Kid Galahad, he's only got one loss on his resume to Josh Warrington, which for me, I felt it was a bit of a robbery. I could see a draw potentially. And yes, Kid Galahad, it was more of a grab and hold. It wasn't the best performance from him, but I think that he beat Josh Warrington in that fight personally. If you think differently, hey, that's cool. I'm not going to argue with you. But is that loss on his resume? Is that something that, well, I think a lot of people who maybe didn't watch that fight go, well, hang on a minute, he lost Josh Warrington. Why didn't you see that fight for? That doesn't tell the whole story. But anyway, I think that it's an interesting fight. I would love to see it. I think Kid Galahad, I know a lot of people don't like him because of his past PED or excuses for it, shall we say. Some people can fully understand what it is that he's talking about. Other people go, nah, he definitely cheated. Hey, it is what it is, okay? Fact is, as a fighter, he can be very, very good on his day. And I would, in some ways, maybe favour him to defeat Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson looking the real deal so far. And he could be the real deal going forward. He could be the guy that a lot of people are talking about from like the lower weight classes, like 126, 130, etc. That we could go, man, he's an all-time great. He could be of that mould. He could be. But I want to see him take on some pretty good opposition, not the kind of opposition that he has so far. But again, I understand it. He is still very, very much a novice in the professional game. Kid Galahad has had quite a few fights in the professional game. Either way, for me personally, I'd like to see that fight. I really would. Unless, of course, Shakur's going to find a unification somewhere. Cool. That's cool. Do you really want to see a Kid Galahad versus Josh Warrington Part 2? Some people say yes. For me, of course, I'd watch it. Of course. But I would like to see Shakur Stevenson take the challenge, to be honest with you. I don't want to be hearing about, oh, nobody knows who you are, so financially, there's not enough money in it and blah, blah. I don't want to hear any of that. Forget all these politics. We're into a new era of boxing now. After all this pandemic, boxing's coming back. Let's give the fans some fights that they could really, really get into. Even if you don't know who these two fighters are, if you watch it, I think it could be quite an entertaining fight. But anyway, that's my opinion on it. You give me yours. Drop your thoughts below. Click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.